Welcome to Boomer Bongo Boulevard. I'm Mike Just Mike. Along with me is my brother Ron Just Ron, and we talk about Boomer stuff and really anything else we're interested in. Today, we just want to express to you how much we love comments. This is
We
season
do.
3, episode 24, number 114, and Ron, we love comments. We wish we got more of them. We've still gotten some good ones though, and I went through a lot of our content, and we have, believe me, a lot of content. That catch-all phrase, a lot of content. But most of our comments have been on our shorts rather than the full-length videos.
Yeah.
People are just getting lazy, Ron. They just want to watch the shorts. And I guess
Yeah.
we're
They
better
do.
off in small doses too. But
I can't even watch the whole show, I got to admit.
it's just too much, isn't it? But the short. One I did notice, though, I started off taking comments from our full-length shows, and I want to once again to thank some people that comment that we know personally that call us up. Steve Hubert, Stephen Hubert texts me usually with some comments, and they have some really good ones, and we have incorporated into the show. And then, of course, Don and Cam, who we really don't know very well, but apparently Cam is like our leading commentator, or one of our
Yeah.
leading commentators. What now?
I
What?
said, yeah.
One of our leading commentators.
Yeah.
We had Don on as a guest, so you never know. We might
Mm-hmm.
have you on as a guest if you're a leading commentary. But as
Yeah.
I was looking over the full length run, one jumped out at me. Marty Ross, who we interviewed, who was one of the new monkeys back years ago, and he was gracious enough to do a show with us. He he made a comment after he appeared under the name Pope George Ringo, which is a really great name. He came up with a good one, and he commented that he learned things about himself he didn't even know after he sat down with us. I think he might have been stretching the truth a little, but it was still a funny comment. And you get to, the thing is, you get to react to these people. I don't have the access to
Yeah.
write the answers, but you got into it with somebody the other day. They were mad at me because I said bad things about Alex Trebek. Y'all had quite a tussle.
Well, I couldn't let it lie,
Yeah. I was
I wasn't
being
mean or anything. I just laid some truth on him, so
I was being a little harsh toward Alex, but what could I do? I mean, I really do honestly always thought he was a little, duller than he mentally than he made himself out to be. I always thought Alex kind of presented himself as being a little more of a genius. It makes people mad because Alex Trebek had a lot of fans, and for good reason. He was a very pleasant fellow on TV and made a good friend. And I also noticed on one of the comments when I was talking about NCIS being a show that I watched, and you admitted you didn't watch it very much, but I said, it's all, I've been watching it so long,
yeah.
it's like a lot of Friends, and it's like having
Yeah.
friends. And somebody hilariously commented, "Get this man some friends. That's pathetic that you only
Yeah.
got friends."
So that's the saddest thing I've ever read.
Well, it was kind of sad.
See, some of it's starting to come back to me now.
Yeah, that was a good one. But Cam, getting back to Cam Ron has commented on our Jackasses show. Has commented on horses that cowboys have ridden. She has a great.
Oh yeah.
She has a great breadth.
He seems to be a cowboy aficionado.
She makes requests. She requested that we do a show on the Dave Clark 5, which I just can't get quite worked up to that. I'll tell you what I could get worked up to do is is comment on how Dave Clark went from this fresh-faced, handsome guy to a guy who looks like Satan. I think that's interesting and revealing. And she commented on Monkey Men,
and some like Sam the Sham kind of looked like Satan right from the beginning,
right from the start. And and she commented on our jingles show. We wrote about jingles that were memorable, and she commented. She's just got great breadth and variety. Guy named Tony told us to keep up the great energy, Ron, on one of his, and one of my favorite names
Yeah.
is Chocolate Pain, and Chocolate Pain commented on our Unseen Invisible Characters show, which got more response than I ever thought it would get compared to some of our other shows.
Yeah.
But people really like that. Maybe we should bring that back around.
Yeah, people like that one.
Yeah. Oh, and do you remember this comment by Michael John? He commented on our Star Trek. Do you remember that on our Star Trek episode?
I don't recall it offhand. No.
He said that
No, I don't.
Star Trek was what got him into the space industry, and he worked for 42 years for NASA. And
Oh yeah, I remember that now. Okay, yeah.
I mean, it's see, that's what we need. That's what we got. That's what we need to have, folks. That kind of comment. Just make something up if you need to, but I don't think he was making it up. And somebody named
I had several people last week. We had several people last week make comments about that really liked and shared some of their studying techniques when we were talking about things we learned.
Oh yeah, we got really good feedback from that.
I had like a teacher and a couple of people that talked about how they memorize things, or I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yeah, it really is. By the way, don't forget to subscribe. We had I think this guy Charlton Jones said it's good to find people who have the same interests as he and shared a lot of the interests that we have, and he enjoyed listening to the show and I guess watching the show. And Ron, he's got to be a subscriber, wouldn't you think? He's so glad to have found us. He wouldn't want to lose.
I would think so, yeah. And we have 180 of them. There's got to be somebody.
Hey, I wanted to name some of these folks that commented. The Monkey Men show, which is our full-length show and by far our most popular show, well over 1,000 views. People, here's some of the commenters: Abraham, Beth, Pollyanna, Alan Huffman. That was the guy. Alan Huffman was the guy that commented on that without our show, he wouldn't have known that Mickey had this weird drum setup, and he was very interested in that. And then a guy named B17 B Guy and Dan Cup, and they all commented on our Monkey Men show, and all of them were positive comments. And not that we don't actually, I sort of like negative comments. It makes me think a little bit. And if somebody's got something negative to say, go ahead. I mean, I've been fired from jobs.
Yeah, I don't care.
So it doesn't bother me a bit. Thanks for listening. But take all your negativity out on us. Work it out.
I'm probably gonna say something funny back.
Oh, yeah. Well, sometimes you're funny. Sometimes you get a little miffed. I can tell.
Oh, I've written plenty of things I've deleted.
Well, I didn't know about all the deletions,
but it's better when I'm funnier.
I've got,
but, like I said, I'll let that one guy have it because he deserved it.
There was one guy called NSA Administrator, and he was really fired up when you said something about using flashcards for studying. So you've got a big fan of flashcards. And Matt C. thought it was sad.
Yeah.
That Matt C.'s the guy that thought it was sad that I had all my friends were on NCIS. And I'd like to say they aren't, but honestly, they really are my only friends. I don't have any real friends or anything. I thought some people were my friends, but it turns out they weren't.
Hey, you can tell a friend, I'm like, man, I ain't got no friends.
Well, I mean, sometimes you think people are your friends, then you find out they're not your friends, and it's just sort of a whole sad thing. Ron, somebody
I have friends. I just don't ever get to see them anymore.
Well, that's true. They might as well not be your friends, right?
There's several of them are dead, so I'm not going to see them anymore.
That's true. Have you gone through and noticed some of the comments? Some of the commentators comment over and over again. We talked about Cam, but there are a couple of others. Did any jump out at you? Can you remember them? I'm quizzing you here. Do you? No, we.
I can't remember a lot of them offhand. I remember more of the ones that were just lately, But
Yeah.
like I said, it'll come back to me as we go. Now I know my sister-in-law comments on occasion,
Well, our sister,
and
our sister
let's
comments
see.
too as well. So, uh,
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
who do you know who Geostorm is?
Uh-uh.
I don't either, but
I
Geostorm has.
have no clue.
Well, I mean, it might be somebody we know, but Geostorm has commented on Jack
It could
Elam,
be.
Stiller and Mara, commented
Hmm.
quite a bit on Tom Jones. Um, Steve Martin had a great comment on the Steve Martin bit we
Hmm.
did when we were talking about comedians,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
we had some great comments, a great discussion on Danny Trio, and we heard from. Now, this was the only time I saw these Cash Money, Jay Palmer, and somebody named Pete. And you had a great discussion
Hmm.
with a guy who used the name Harry the Hat, and it seemed like he started out being kind of negative, and then he kind of pulled in, and you guys started going back and forth in the comments. You remember Harry the Hat? He talked about Bruce
Yep,
Dern.
I do remember that.
You were telling him how you liked his
Yeah, yeah,
name.
that was a fun. That's probably the most fun interchange I've had. He was great. And one thing I was talking about, I want to talk about Harry the Hat. Harry the Hat was Harry Anderson on Cheers, and this hat right here. And one of my reasons for my love of hats is because of Harry Anderson.
Uh huh.
I used to love the way his hats looked on Night Court. I loved all his hats, and so I love hats as well, as you can see.
Do you? There's
This is
another
one of
one.
my favorites for all, and
Well,
this
one
is
of our
my best
shorts,
one.
a guy named All Nine Ball took the time to sit down and write that he had learned absolutely nothing from that short. Which I
And
kind of
neither
would.
did we. So,
Well, we didn't either. Yeah. So I couldn't disagree with him or anything. I don't think I learned a lot in making that short. So, uh, um, and
Sometimes I just hit like or something because I just can't think of anything to say. Or, there's really nothing to say. It'll just be, hey,
well,
I like that, or that's cool. I'm like,
well, remember when
about all I could say was, oh, yeah, me, I think so too. But
well,
I'll just hit like sometimes because,
I went off on who couldn't sing, and then a couple of our commenters carried it on like they were saying, yeah, and Paul McCartney can't sing, and so can't sing, and Willie Nelson can't sing anymore, and all that. And two of those were that jumped
oh,
on that bandwagon and started naming who couldn't sing to the point that
I
people were
can't
reading it.
remember who did it, but I remember too that you caught hell for was, man, somebody took some great umbrage with you saying that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame should be in Memphis instead of Cleveland.
Oh yeah, I didn't write that one down, but that guy lost his mind.
Oh, he did. He lost his marbles on that one. That was
I
hilarious,
mean,
man.
it's not like they're going to move it. It's not like they're going, hey,
We
this
talked about
guy
that one,
who
I
has
think, for
180
several
followers
weeks.
on the internet, he's going to,
Yeah.
we were looking at what he said, and we're moving the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame to Memphis, Tennessee. Not that it shouldn't be in Memphis, because it should, but, they're not going to move it. So, although the, who is it, MTV or somebody has a museum in Cleveland, Mississippi, and it's
Oh,
been.
I don't know.
Oh, it is. Yeah, and it's been visited. Mick Jagger's been there, and it's like an MTV exhibit, permanent exhibit that's
Mhm.
in Cleveland. They have stuff about everybody really. BB King,
Yeah.
but they've got a picture of the thing had been open very long, and there's old Mick Jagger wandering around taking a look. I guess must be nice to be Mick Jagger. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna just walk over to Cleveland, Mississippi, and look at a. That is the worst imitation of Mick Jagger. Just look at anyway.
Think I'll go and stumble around a little bit.
That was much better than mine. Um, Ron, some of these names are brilliant. I would have thought you would have mentioned one of the people that commented on one of our shorts was called Serial Grape Fondler. Maybe we should just do a show about that.
Man, that could have fit in well with our band names ones. The Cereal Grape Fondlers.
Somebody named Eileen, I think it's Eileen, liked our AYLENN, maybe it's Alan, liked our comments about when we told the story about Lenny Kravitz playing the drums with the high school band and all that kind of stuff. That was good. And a guy named Male Vole, and Ravencrest both had comments about car headlights. We've done several shows about cars because I don't know, we're not car collectors, but we like cars, and we take great pride in being able.
I like to drive them.
You don't like cars? What have you turned on cars lately?
No, I said I like to drive them.
I like to drive them.
Yeah, I can work on them a little bit, but
Oh, you know what I had to do the other day is I had to fix the food processor. The
food processor. Man, you get a fancy car.
No. That reminded me though. I had to repair the garbage disposal, and it was such a freaking bear. I ended up having to take the whole thing down, take it apart, and there was a tiny screw that somehow fell into it. Because that'll mess up anything. Hey, drop a screw over in the place where you put the oil in your car. See what happens. I bet nothing good comes of that. But I bet you just have to take the whole car apart.
Good thing to keep in mind is always drop a magnet down in there.
Oh yeah.
And that's just something good to have around. I have a good set of those. It's I have this little magnet set for whenever you drop screws and stuff down in a crevice, and it's got a telescoping thing, to go way down and. And stuff to go around corners. Just a little magnet retrieval set. That's all it is.
Hey, you're going to like this Peter Clark. You know what he wrote on one of the comments? This channel is top notch. Maybe we should quote that on the screen every time we put out a new Peter.
You do like when those crappy movies that just cherry pick a few reviews from some bootlicking reviewers that they paid off.
That's what we need, are some bootlicking reviewers, I think. Oh, and a guy named Chad and a guy named, or I say guy, could be female. We've got quite a few, at least by their names, obvious female people who comment. But Bored Imagination just sounds like a guy to me. And they both had took a couple of swings at us. No, they're not swings at us. I mean, they patted us on the back for our discussion of Clark Kent, and they had their own theories about Clark Kent and Superman, and what a pathetic disguise putting on a pair of glasses is. Superman is. Why didn't Superman wear a mask? I don't get it. He's supposed to have super intelligence, but he doesn't wear a mask. It doesn't make any sense at all. It never has to me. And there's another comment. Maybe we should be pretty close to ending this with by Yit Sit, who said, "Good brothers are a true blessing." They were talking about how we had helped each other with a couple of things, and hey, Ron,
they are indeed.
Do you have any?
They'll even do a show with you when you ask.
Yeah, well, we'll put anybody on. Hey, if you would you like to make any comments about our commentators, of people that have commented on us, or?
No, I was just kind of remembering some stuff as you were going along there. I'll admit that I didn't do a damn bit of research.
Oh, that's okay. Well, you said you didn't have time. Hey, Ron, this took me about 3 hours, and I still didn't get quite finished. We've got a ton of content. If you're tuning in for the first time, or turning on, or streaming our show for the first time, and you like it, I'd like to play these guys in the background, see what they got to say about this and that and the other. Go ahead and do it. We've got tons of things out there. We've got our short videos, we've got our full-length videos, and you can just turn it on and entertain yourself all day, and maybe subscribe while you're thinking about it. Ron, I'll tell you what we're going to do. I'm just going to name names of people that have commented and try to get a few in. Jason, while we fade out, I'll just do it till we fade out. Jason likes the Rockford Files and James Gardner. Guy named Andrew was a John Ritter fan. Midnight Rider, his dad collected comic books, and he commented about that. Somebody named Who Ease It, and a guy named Paul, a guy named Smedley, a guy named Pete. They all commented on Captain Kangaroo and Lee Flowers and Melanie Reeder and Jimmy V and Timothy Willis and that bread baker, Sparky, Split. Now they all
Now
commented
you're
on
sounding
Forgetful.
like the end of Romper Room or something. Who can see it through your
That's
magic
right.
mirror?
I see Rosemarie. I see Clinton. And Clinton, by the way, pointed out that Tom Jones is properly called Sir Tom Jones, and you answered
Right.
properly, yes, sir. And
Yes, sir.
and Lost
As
LT
Tom
did
would
not
say.
know that Tom Jones is Welch. I'm glad he mentioned. You know, if anybody's got questions for us, send them in. We will try to answer them. And you should be just dropping it down because this is Boomer Bongo Boulevard. Say goodnight, Ronald.
Good night, Ronald.
There we go.